Okay, let me tell you about this project. I found this diving knife back when I was like 12, 13 years old in Marathon, Florida, on an island called Pigeon Key, which is in the middle of the 7 Mile Bridge down in the Florida Keys. The island was vacant at the time, nobody around, and I found this knife on one of the picnic tables. So my father let me keep it. I've been carrying it around ever since. But over the years, the handle had shrunk. It is really bad shape. It's shrunk. So today I got it out. I cut the handle off. And what I've been doing is, I cut the handle down the middle right there. I carved out quite a bit of recess to where it'll fit snug, like it used to, like that. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut this off right here in the middle and cut this off flush where I can slide it back like that, and it'll be flush with the pommel after I clean it up, wire brush it, and polish it and everything. So then, whenever I cut it in half, this will be okay here. Then I'll make this flush right here, and I'll cut it in half and slide it down. Then I'll fill in this middle gap with Bondo or JB Weld or something. And I'll make a rubber mold, and I'll cast 2 pieces so that I can put it back on like this. I'll give this to my grandson, and it's a U.S. Divers official diving knife. And it'll look plumb snazzy whenever I get it finished up. Okay, let's see what we got here. The epoxy has set, it's been a couple of hours. Yeah, that's my honing stone. Okay. Yep, there we go. That'll work. A little bit of sanding. It's just a pattern, okay? It doesn't matter. It's only going to be used one time to make a silicone rubber mold. So I'm going to get me some woodworking tools and get ready to make a silicone rubber mold. I've been using Super Sculpey for the modifications to this diving knife handle. At one time, I think I had like 15 pounds of this stuff. It goes about $18 a pound. And I would catch it on sale at the Hobby Lobby for like $6 or $7 a pound, and that's when I started buying it and hoarding it. So I've got about 6 or 7 pounds left in my stash. So we took the diver's knife, and I've applied about 3 layers of the polymer clay to build it up. The thickness of it, because it had shrunk so far down, it's like a broom handle. Very uncomfortable to hold. So you've got this much mass and weight in that very small handle, so I had to build up the thickness of it with the Super Sculpey. Now remember, this is just a model. See, that looks a lot better, don't it? Yep. Now, like I said, this is knife scales. I'm going to make a polyurethane rubber mold to mold up half of it. And then I'm going to make two out of resin. I don't know what kind of resin yet. But then I can sandwich the two together and make the knife handle, like so. Yeah, see, that's going to be a much better fit. Because this is a fairly robust knife and it's fairly heavy, so you need a good handle. So that's it for this stage anyway. Here's the final product. That's my molded pattern. You open it up and you get it out, right? All right, that's my pattern that I'm going to work from. So I've test fitted this to my handle and it fit fairly well. So I'm pleased with this. Okay, the rubber mold turned out really good. There's no indication of uncured silicone on the inside or outside. So I got it secured together. Some masking tape, just because that's what I do, and then a rubber band. And the rubber band is those stretchy rubber things that, you know, when you go to the phlebotomist and they take a blood sample and they wrap this around your arm. I save these, okay? I got a box of them. And I tell the phlebotomist, I said, can I have that? And they say, sure. And I tell them what I do, and one guy says, you want some more? So yeah, he gave me 6 more. Now these are an inch wide. So I take them with a pair of scissors, and they're very easy to cut. And I just cut them into half-inch strips, and that makes a real long rubber band. So I wrap this around and you tie them together. You know, put a square knot on there, and you can get one that's 3, 4, 5 feet long, depends on your need. So anyway, that's what I've got it secured with. And I've got my, I had a hard time mixing clear epoxy to get it really black. So I just bought black epoxy, okay, it's a casting resin. The only problem with this is the 24-hour cure time, 24 hours. So you got 40 minutes to work with it and a 24-hour cure. And I've already poured most of it in there. And I pour a very thin stream of the resin, because bubbles cannot swim up a thin stream like that. So remember that. A real thin stream will reduce your bubbles. And we're going to have a little bit left over, so that'll be my witness blob when I can pour it. But you pour a really thin stream. And that is the base that goes on the tang. Yep, and there we go. Alright, we don't have to tap it gently. We don't have to do anything with it, because it is so thick that if any bubbles are in there, they're going to stay in there. So I pour a very thin stream, and we'll set this aside for 24 hours. So far there's no leaks like the like the molding rubber. So we'll know tomorrow if this works or not. So that's it. Stay tuned. I made 2 copies with black casting resin. It's called epoxy, but I think it's more of a resin, black casting resin. It takes 24 hours for this stuff to cure. It's not a 3-hour cure, it's a 24-hour cure. It's like a 45-minute working time and a full 24 hours to cure hard. So I got two of these that match, right? So I went ahead and before I install it, make sure the top part around the blade is correct and the proper contour. Because once you get the blade in there, it's going to be hard to finish up against the blade right there. So you go ahead and do this part first, because you can work on this after the blade is installed. So what I've done, we've got two, right? So I've got part A that fits on there like so, and then you've got part B that fits like so. You get it snugged up, and by golly, there's your new handle. Just like that. I'll put a thick layer of the black epoxy to glue the two together. Wrap it tightly with rubber bands and let it sit for 24 hours, and it'll be good to go. And there's a new diving knife to fit into the scabbard, like so. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's my project for this week. Okay, this is it. After this, there's no turning back. So we've got it wrapped up, and I'll keep adding a few drops at the top right there until it settles out and be a solid piece, one solid piece of a plastic handle. Now the grandson, he can grind it down, put finger wedges in it, whatever he wants to do. This is the only part that I'm going to do. But the front of the handle matches and is smooth, and I've got it sealed down at the bottom so the epoxy will drain down to the pommel and seal that gap. And then when you grind it off, it'll be show ready, sure enough. But that's the epoxy that I used from Amazon. Good stuff. And always, you are very much appreciated, and thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a blessed day.